Here we go. We're back in. So let's go to news. You guys ready for the news? Yeah, let me get into
Here's
our
the
showcase
news.
room. All right. So,
Am I supposed to be watching trailers?
I have it pulled up just for clips, but we have on what was it, the 10th of December, the Nindies came out, the indie showcase for the upcoming indie games and whatnot that are coming to the Switch and all that, and a couple of ones that I saw. It's about, like, if you want to watch it, it's on YouTube. It's like a 20-minute presentation and all that stuff. These are the things that I like.
16 fucking games on there.
There is a lot.
What timestamp are you on? I'll try to watch along with what you have planned for the folks at home.
Oh, I'm right at 38 seconds.
38? So got it. Cool. I'm there.
But I will say, Chris, you played Golf Story, right?
Okay, yeah. So when I saw this, I'm like, oh, cool. Golf Story is getting some DLC. And then it's like, here's this tennis, like they're setting up for tennis, but your main character has a baseball bat and he has to hit it into the hockey goal.
the soccer goal.
And there's a knight in front of it, and I'm like, what? What the fuck is this?
I've not played Golf Story, and I feel like I should.
Oh, it's amazing. It is so good.
I don't know what's good. Like, he's playing baseball with a toaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. They throw cinder blocks at him and he hits him with a baseball bat. It's great.
Yeah. That's one of the ones I was excited for.
Sports Story.
Yeah. Sports Story. If you've never played a sports RPG, make it first off, make it Golf Story, because that game is fucking charming as shit. And it feels like old school Mario Golf. It's a really solid golf simulator, like arcadey style golf simulator.
It's not only a golf game, it's like puzzles and all this other stuff like that you got to do. So it's pretty cool.
He was walking around crates like Shenmue. It's probably good.
Yeah.
That one's going to be available in like mid 2020, so I'll be on the lookout for that. And but the next one I saw, we got some updates for the Streets of Rage 4 stuff.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so let me say something real quick. The Streets of Rage 4, I had not ever actually sat down and watched anything for it. I just knew that it was coming out and it's being worked on. But after watching it, like watching like some gameplay, it looks real good. Like,
that fucking music.
Yeah.
Yes, everything about this screams me.
So good. Like,
it's so good.
I'm not a big fan of beat 'em ups, and I'm not a fan of Streets of Rage, but that game looks fucking dope. And when I saw the takeover, this is what I wanted it to look like. I wasn't a big fan of the I guess you could say the Donkey Kong Country style
pre-rendered stuff. Pre-rendered backgrounds and all that.
And I didn't know this. They're being developed by Lizard Cube and .emu, who also did the Monster Boy series remakes.
Yep. And .emu did I believe the Windjammer stuff as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I just remember tagging them in a tweet, and that was the last thing I remember. So.
Yep, they did it. They done did it.
It looks real good.
I could watch like a movie or a TV show that's made like this game is looking to. It's great. I'm pumped for the girl that has a guitar as her weapon.
Yeah. Well, the character they just revealed was Adam, I think, Hunter, and apparently he was from one of the older games.
Yeah. He's from older Streets of Rage, so that's pretty cool. They got one more character to premiere though.
Yeah, I saw the silhouette off to the side. So
some big dude.
Yeah. Do they have like a grappler that's in any of these 4 characters or anything like that? Because I feel like that's what this might be, your big burly Mike Hagar, esque kind of character.
Yeah, not really. All the characters could sort of grab, but there was never one based on that in it, really.
That's the one joke that I remember when we saw the takeover panel at Too Many Games. And Matt McMuscles is like, yeah, I wanted to work on, because I love like Streets of Rage and all these, beat 'em ups and all that. And I'm like, sure, I totally want to jump on this game. We're going to make it look a lot like Streets of Rage. And then Streets of Rage 4 got announced. And I was like, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
But more beat 'em ups, more good beat 'em ups, because I love beat 'em ups. I like Fighting Rage. I need to talk with Chris about that, because like that could be a Parsec game, like Megavision's Chris. Lots of good games. Like I'm enjoying the takeover. I look like I'm gonna like. So far, this looks phenomenal. I know people give the Scott Pilgrim game a lot of shit because it actually isn't one of the best beat 'em ups, but I still have fun with it because of the aesthetics and all that stuff. So I'm excited for it. And that one's supposed to be coming out early 2020, so maybe we don't have to wait much longer on that one.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
I did think that Super Mash was pretty interesting.
That was just, I was like, what the hell? This is just everything.
So the way that they like marketed the game to you was just like, oh, it's a game within a game. It's like you make games. I'm just like, is this like PlayStation Dreams? Is this like
RPG Maker?
Yeah, like
you just take two cartridges that are
I
styles.
love me some RPG Maker, but it's so I played a game. I thought it was going to be a little bit like a game dev simulator where you can actually make your games, but really you're managing a business. No, it's like, hey, platformer and JRPG, go,
Boop.
And it just makes a game. So
and you get to pick the cartridges. That's what's cool.
Every single combination they've made a game for. So you just have to come and think of the combination that you want, and then they play that game out.
So there's a finite number of games that are
it's
in
not
this
like
game.
It's unlimited. But I mean, if they're, what was it? Were they saying that there's like 16 different genres? I mean,
I want to combine shmup with everything.
Yeah.
Well, there's a shmup with platformer.
Like, I'm ready to play JRPG and combine it with fucking everything.
Everything.
For the rest of my life.
It's pretty cool. It looks really. I mean, it looks like I summed it up as indie game homage the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, that's 100%.
Perfectly fine. Yeah. Like there's Metal Gear looking stuff with the dude in a box. JRPG.
There's some Metal Slug looking stuff too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Final Fantasy straight up. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like straight up Final Fantasy. I like the Murder by Numbers.
I got really confused. I'm like, isn't that a movie? Oh yeah, Sandra Bullock, Ryan Gosling. This isn't that.
No, that's not that at all.
It's Picross. Is that how you pronounce it? Picross?
Yes, I believe it.
Picross. I don't know.
I'm not big on that. The last Picross game I played, I think we played at Too Many Games, and I think I might have also played at MagFest. It was that weird dating simulator thing, but you're a bunch of superheroes. I couldn't get into it.
I mean, it's Phoenix Wright and Picross put together.
Yeah, it's like it made me think of Numbers, the show, where it's like we got to solve crimes and mysteries with math. Yeah, and this one's like we got to solve crimes and mysteries with puzzles. We got this.
Well, the music for it is also the composer for a lot of the Phoenix Wright music as well.
That's cool.
Okay.
But I like those kinds of games. I like the Phoenix Wright games too. So that was interesting. I don't know about you guys, but you ready for the second coming of Tony Hawk games with Skatebird?
I'm gonna play that.
I'm gonna try it. That game looks, I don't know, man.
It looks like rookie mode for Tony Hawk. You can't really biff it. You kind of flutter down.
You can unlock bird-tastic tunes, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
The soundtrack is supposed to be like lo-fi, and I really dig lo-fi music.
I like lo-fi music.
Interesting.
I might play it for that, but
you got these parakeets doing like nose grinds and like
I suck at skateboarding games. I can't play them at all.
Oh man, I need to bring we need to somehow figure out how to play Tony Hawk Underground 2 with each other, because I absolutely just love that game. That game's not good. That's not a good game, but it's a very just fun, goofy ass game.
Pro Skater 2 is not a good game.
No, Tony Hawk Underground 2.
Okay.
No, 2's not super great. That's the one that I think they had Spider-Man or Iron Man, one of those. But
Spider-Man was in 2 and 3, I think.
Was he? But Underground 2 is great. That's the one where like Bam Margera and Tony Hawk are like, we're putting together a team and we're gonna, just go around skating up and destroying the world. And I'm just like,
story in our skate games now.
No, that's the thing. I think they're blatantly making fun of the story that was in Underground 1, so they're like, fuck that story. Let's just have fun with this game. And that's what it is. It's got a really good soundtrack and stuff too. So, but Skatebird's not going to be anything like that. So,
I'll still play it though. We breezed over it, but I want to mention Talos Principle is not anything new. But if you like Portal and if you like Myst, weird puzzle games, give that a shot. It's long. It's a big game, but it's fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
I dig that one.
Also, we're getting another release of Oddworld: Stranger's Wrath.
I never
don't
played
know
any
if
of those games.
So that's my favorite Oddworld game. It's really, really good. And now they finally updated the control scheme for modern first-person shooters. So you have your twin stick shooter. It's no longer like tank controls.
Oh, nice. I know what people are saying too. Like, Corey, you are the Monster Hunter guy. Like, why aren't you talking about Dauntless that much? Dauntless is fine. Like, we got the new update. Like, it's coming to Switch and all that. It's not for me. It's just not that. It's basically like Monster Hunter, like the base core, like not aesthetics, but core of Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter Lite.
It's Monster Hunter Fortnite is what it is. That's all it is. And
I was gonna say Borderlands or Gauntlet, but yeah, that
and
works too.
It's fine. I've played it. It's not a bad game. I'm not dissing the game. It's just not for me.
One thing I did find interesting to see was Dreamscaper.
Okay.
Dreamscaper, I actually kickstarted that game, so I'm really
nice.
surprised to be seeing that on the Nindies,
Hmm.
which I think it's cool. It's one of the two things I'm just like, I did something with that. It's cool. It's all about like you going into your dreams and then having to get out of, like, it's like a dungeon crawler, but it's like you're trapped in your own head.
Yeah, like every time you go to sleep, it's a new dungeon.
And also, I'm a big fan of this, and this was like the big reveal for me. Axiom Verge 2.
I never played the first one.
Yo,
it is seems
super good. Axiom Verge is like one of the biggest indie games. Like when indies first started getting really, really popular.
Yeah.
There's never going to be another Metroid to play Axiom Verge.
Yeah.
Are we just going to gloss over the fact of Boyfriend Dungeon?
I was going to bring that up next. You said you're not. Yeah. I really dug the music in the trailer.
Yeah, the music wasn't bad. I'm not playing that game, but
I don't give a shit about it.
That game is just like, oh yeah, it reminds me. Did anyone ever watch the anime Soul Eater?
It's exactly that.
It's exactly Soul Eater.
Yeah.
How your weapon in the world of
where's my notes? Oh yeah, my notes for Boyfriend Dungeon are dig the music, so you date your weapon like Soul Eater. That's all the notes I have on it.
Soul Eater manga was one of those mangas that was much better than what the anime turned into. So
the anime is up there in like top whatever disappointing endings for me, but we don't need to get into that right now at all.
That's a separate podcast. So
it sure is. So
but no, I really like Chris, especially meeting Chris. I've gotten more into indie games and all that stuff, so I'm excited to see these. I forgot to say too, the newest and final installment of Shovel Knight finally came out over the last week.
I need to get back into that. I only played the original. I played Shovel of Hope. I guess that's what they're calling base game now.
Yeah, that's what it is. And then because there's Plague of Shadows, which is the second or the first expansion. And then there's the one with Spectre Knight. I can't remember what it's called. Spectre of Torment. That's what it's called. And then the new one is Knights or Shovel Knight
into Dreams.
No,
Shovel Knights into Dreams.
So
basically, yeah, it's like what's the card game from Final Fantasy 9?
Triple Triad.
I guess is that what it's called throughout all of them?
Well, Triple Triad's definitely an 8. I don't remember if it's a 9. It's
9 has some kind of card game, and that's my buddy because my buddy messaged me. He goes, I think my brain just doesn't know how this works. Like he goes, I understand how Triple Triad works. I like that one, but this one I just can't get it. Like the game doesn't make sense to me, but it's still fun. It's basically
King of Cards.
It's a platformer, but also like a card game inside of it as well. And it's supposed to be the final installment. And I think it's like, if you already own the game, I think it's just free DLC.
Yeah. What I'd like to see is a physical copy of Shovel Knight to come out, but it's like everything on the card. Because I know if you buy a physical copy, you get in download. I would like to see it like just in the card, and that's when I'll finally buy a physical copy of Shovel Knight, because everything I own is like download.
You want it for your Wii U?
I have it for my Wii U.
I have it for my Wii U, sir.
The only co-op one, isn't it?
Because I kickstarted it.
Is it?
I think that's the only co-op version of it, isn't it? Or something?
No, Switch version's co-op as well.
Nintendo. Gotcha.
I have it. I have it on PC. I have it on PlayStation 4. I have it on Switch, Wii U. I have it on 3DS. I have it on everything. That game is like, I love that game. Like, that's one. I have a $300 statue of Shovel Knight.
do we want to start this? I could go get my copies of Resident Evil. Do we want to start this?
No, I don't think.
Measuring contest?
Yeah.
No, it's just passion, is what it is. You finally find that one game that you'll buy it on everything. So
right. I hear that. I'm disappointed they didn't call the last one Shovel Shuffle.
I hate you so much.
Oh, we have the Shovel Knight fighting game out too.
Is it out?
If it's not out, it's coming out. And then we have the new Shovel Knight game, Shovel Knight Dig or something like that. That one's coming out as well. Shovel Knight's a good IP. Yacht Club, yay!
Shovel Knight Showdown is out on Steam.
That's what it is. Uh-oh. $9. I got our TNT, boys.
There you go.
Sonic Shovel?
No.
I mean,
we're never playing that again.
You don't get to act like, oh, let's play Sonic Shuffle, because you were like, I don't want to play it for the marathon, but we reached the milestone.
Oh shit! You're right. We can do that on Parsec. Fuck! I gotta go.
Wait, is that on PC? Is Sonic Shuffle on PC?
No.
Okay, thank God.
Did you just ask me if Sonic Shuffle's on anything other than Dreamcast?
I don't know. It might have come out in one of these weird bundles. So,
yeah.
I don't want it.
Boyfriend Dungeon.
Boyfriend Dungeon, get it. But yeah, Axiom Verge 2 looks cool. I think I bought maybe I have Axiom Verge on digital. I know that I have it. I have
bundles and stuff.
Yeah, so.
Real quick, I'll just say Bacon Switch looks like an Overcooked type game, so cool. I'm all for more of those.
I've never played an Overcooked game.
Neither have I. I know that Jason Sight plays it a lot.
Yeah,
I have
it
on PS4. I could bring it to Magfest if you guys want to try it.
We're gonna have to get with each other like a week or two before Magfest to see what all everyone needs to bring.
Yeah, for sure. I got nothing else to say about those, but it's cool that there's an indie showcase and that Nintendo's supporting all these guys.
Yeah, because the Switch has everything. Soon enough, it'll have Sonic Shuffle. So
sure, that's fine. I don't have a Switch, so I have to legitimize me not having a Switch. So whatever.
There you go.
Let's move on to State of Play.
Yeah, boy.
So I think this came out on the 11th.
I'm gonna be broke in April.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 3 formally announced.
I love the little sly way they'd be like, "Here's the next thing from our Project Resistance."
Yeah,
and it was the most
flying shit about that. Sorry.
Yeah, it was the most like everyone's like, "Yeah, we knew." All right, but thanks for the official announcement. But yes,
Solid.
RE3, Resident Evil 3 remake coming out April 3rd.
It was really the only interesting thing in the State of Play. For me, at least. Like Babylon's Fall.
Yeah.
Babylon's Fall was like my jam. That's my jam.
It
man.
looks like that's like making up for Scalebound disappearing. Maybe.
I guess.
Maybe.
I didn't think it looked all that polished.
Just
like I know it's
they need to. Well, it's not just Platinum though. Platinum just needs to do their thing. Like let Platinum make a game.
We
Platinum.
know they can do it. Like just let them do it.
You know.
Yeah.
But Babylon's Fall. That's coming from Square Enix. I don't know if Platinum's involved, but that's from what I understand. That's really Platinum's in it.
It's Square Enix and Platinum Games.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's officially announced, and you can look at that game and be like, "This is totally a Platinum game."
Yeah.
I guess. One thing that I was really, really surprised to see was a game that I play tested before it was ever released. Spellbreak is now. Like I was, color me fucking surprised. I didn't see that coming.
Spellbreak is it Spellbreak or Spellbreaker?
It's Spellbreak.
So Spellbreak. I'm looking at it. I'm like, this is like a battle royale-esque Avatar game.
Yeah, it's like a third-person spellcaster.
Yeah, and I'm just like, you know what? I could be down with this.
It's good. I am not a battle royale guy, but that game is good. I started playing Spellbreak. I think I got into the alpha or beta last year. and me and my roommate had been playing that. He plays it way more than I do.
I need to
But
check this out.
It's pretty good. The world is it's a large world. It's fantasy setting. The power ups are super fucking cool. I still get updates from Proletariat, and the thing is that I saw it was like the little caption was like new from Proletariat. I'm like, I fucking know them. And I see
know you
Spellbreak,
people.
and I'm like, are you fucking serious?
That's funny.
So yeah, definitely check that out. It's not the game that I'm really excited about because I just can't get into the battle royale competitive bullshit.
Yeah.
But no, that game's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
I didn't mean to. We didn't mean to gloss over, but Scotty, do you I'm pretty sure you're excited for RE3. I'm guessing that's like your favorite, right?
My favorite of the state of play, you mean?
Or because is RE2 your favorite Resident Evil?
It always switches between 1 and 2.
1 and 2. But you
'cause I
like
like
3, right?
Nope.
I don't.
You don't like RE3?
Nope.
Really? I thought you liked you don't like Jill.
I like Jill.
But you don't like RE3.
We had
Nemesis.
an entire argument in fucking the Discord over this shit.
About Jill, yeah.
About Jill, namely.
Like, okay, yeah. Full disclosure, Jill Valentine was my first video game crush. I'm not even ashamed to say that anymore.
That's fine.
But I play the crap out of, for listeners, if you haven't heard me rant or just talk about Resident Evil 4, one of my favorite ongoing series, 1 and 2, I played enough times that literally in study hall in school, when 1 was out, I started writing a strategy guide for the first game.
Jesus.
I love those games, yeah. 1 and 2, I played back and forth so many times, so that's why it switches on the day, like which one's my favorite or whatever. 2 got a lot more actiony than it was spooky, so you could even, if you want to get crazy arguments going on, it's almost like Alien and Aliens, but it's, I don't know. 3 was not survival horror. 3 was a thriller where you couldn't take your time and get creeped out by the atmosphere because you just had Nemesis gunning for you the whole time. So, and this was the first time where doors were not safe for you. Like you go through a door and he runs through that door and he has a rocket launcher and he's hounding you. He's hounding and he's saying stars the whole time because he's going for the stars. People, because that's Umbrella's most efficient way of getting rid of the people that remember the Spencer Estate Mansion insanity is sending this giant dude down rather than just nuking the town.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's weird. I've always heard people said 3 was like so scary because like Nemesis was always terrifying. Like you could never. They had it the opposite. They're like, I could never just get a moment, so it was always scary. I'm like,
I don't call that scary. I didn't like.
Rushed.
I played through Nemesis once and I was done with it. I didn't care. The stuff with the Marines in there too, or whatever Carlos is part of. I'm not even sure if it's Umbrella or like some sort of armed forces.
Yeah.
But I didn't care for them. I bought it because it was, and I thought that was cool. Never mind the fact that she was wearing a tube top and a skirt, and somehow that's her battle garb.
Yeah.
But I was never a fan of Nemesis overall. They're not even calling that. I don't know if that's to go along with like 7 was Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, but also Resident Evil or Biohazard 7 Resident Evil.
Right.
But I'm down for this, and it made me think like maybe I should give 3 another shot. Because Rachel and I started to play the remake of 2. I never finished the remake because it came out, and then I finally got around to starting it just before we moved, so it was just a victim of circumstance.
Right.
So I think what we want to do is I might just start us over, and because she likes horror a lot, and I want to, I think, play through the remake of 1, then we'll play through the remake of 2. Then by that time, remake of 3 will come out. So
I mean, I can't say much. My first one was 4, so
yeah, and it looks this. All I'm gonna say, and then we can all talk about it. Is this looks great? I think it's really cool that they might be like trying to give Jill some PTSD, which has never been like really successfully done in the games. And I think that's something that's needed for those characters to not be just a blank slate in today's gaming world.
Mm-hmm.
and they tried to do that with marketing for 5, but that was so bad. And like 5 was an action game. It was not a horror game. And Chris walking in with biceps the size of semi trucks doesn't make him seem like I've got PTSD. Sure do. Let me punch some zombies in this boulder. But man, I'm struggling.
I forgot about the boulder. Like, I beat that game.
Yeah. I am sorely disappointed in Capcom when Chris was a character in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 that he did not have a boulder punching.
It should have been the boulder.
Should have been that. But I'm pumped for this. This looks solid. It's not. It was never a secret because when the remake of 2 came out, they even said then like, yeah, we've got plans for a remake of 3, but we want to see how this 2 does. You know, It's like, yeah, no crap, Capcom. You've been in the business of remakes since I don't even know
forever. What do you guys think about Superliminal?
I think that game looks cool.
Yeah. I just mentioned Talos Principle. Yeah.
Yep.
I guess this is not a new game, though. I think it's already been out somewhere, probably PC.
I'm not familiar with it, so
I loved the beginning of the trailer. You pick up a PS4 controller on this podium thing, but in my head, I'm like, oh, that just looks like a white Xbox Series X, and you just pick because the controller's on top because it's better than X.
But then, like when you pick it up, it's like not the aspect ratio, but it's like the depth
perception.
And then like because it makes it bigger when it comes up to your face.
But
it's bigger.
Force perspective. Is,
you
know, in like old bad movies when they tried to make like a T-Rex toy look like it was eating people. Force perspective and stuff.
They did it well in the Lord of the Rings movies, but yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. I'm talking way before.
Yeah, real bad ones, but I'm excited about that one.
I will play that. I'll get that day one because it probably won't be like a full price game or anything. I'm down.
This one
I'm
might
surprised
only
you're
be.
not talking. I was gonna say, I'm surprised you're not talking about Predator's Hunting Ground.
I was just about to get into it, so
that's yours. Yeah, mine's RE3. Yours is Predator.
I will be playing this one. It's just a Dead by Daylight game where you have some. There's going to be one person that plays as the Predator. There's going to be people that play as the Marines.
Okay, that was confusing.
But like those Predators look real good, man. You got your Hunter Predator, which is your normal Predator. You have your Berserker Predator, which is like all about the rush down and like he has extra health. You have your Scout who has more stamina, but is probably not as strong as like the Berserker. And then, which threw everybody off, the woman Berserker or the woman Predator that was in it, the lady Predator. She's a lady, the one with the bow and arrow.
Oh, was she? Okay,
yeah, she's a lady. Cool. She's got a bosom, and but yeah, game looks great. Well, hold on, game looks good. I'm not expecting the game to be like phenomenal or anything like that, but it is a little like. The pre-order, or I think it's the pre-order bonus, is you get the original the original Predator skin from the original movie, and then you get Old Painless, and that's
the minigun from Jesse
Ventura,
right?
Yeah, Jesse the Mind Ventura's. But yeah, man, that game's gonna be that game can't be more. That can't be a $60 game. You guys don't think that's gonna be like a $60 game, is it?
I don't see it having a story, so probably not. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Evolve and Dead by Daylight, those games came out at full price and then not long after dropped.
Can Evolve.
So probably would go down to like $40, maybe $30.
Last Predator game I played was Predator Concrete Jungle. So
you never played Alien vs.
I've never even heard of that game.
That game is on PlayStation 2 and I believe Xbox, and it's like kind of like how the second movie is, where you're like in you're in a concrete jungle, which is you're like in New York, and it's not a great game, but like 3/4 of the way through, you're like, xenomorphs, what?
Oh, what?
Yeah, that game.
Spoilers.
I picked that game up for like $17, and like I picked that up in Dark Watch in a pickup once. And
I haven't heard
about that
game in
Dark Watch isn't a bad game.
Dark Watch was an accidental. The dude I mentioned that we're going to meet up at MagFest with, my college roommate. Dark Watch was another when you could rent games. Like we grabbed it blindly and sat down and played that co-op all night.
Yeah,
the hidden gem.
Yeah, it is for sure.
But yeah, Predators. I'm excited for Predators.
So that's weird. It was cutting between the human first person mode. I'm like, why would anyone play as this game? But I guess that's what it is it's one versus a group or a squad or whatever.
Well, it's the same with shooter.
Yeah, someone has to. So
I guess, but like, who the fuck? Like, it just seemed like, why is anyone playing as the humans? The Predator is destroying everything that moves.
I want to say one thing. I'm done with the Predator. I am excited. That's
Okay.
coming out. Predator's coming out April. Which, by the way, April's pretty stacked,
Everything.
right? Like
Yeah.
Resident Evil, Persona 5 comes out like at the end of March, I believe, or something like that. But I watched this Kingdom Hearts stuff, and again, we're not gonna get fully into it. I don't like Kingdom Hearts. We've already said our piece on it.
When did Kingdom Hearts rear its ugly fucking head there in this thing?
There is nothing in this except for the little stained glass picture of Mickey. There's nothing in this that there's any Disney whatsoever in this trailer.
It's supposed to be like a revamp, and you'd really need Brett to explain it, even though he would probably fanboy it
I
up.
don't even know if he could explain the plot at this point.
We've got soap shoe grinding in this thing. That's the only thing
Hell
I saw.
yeah.
Like
I
the
know
light.
there's soap shoe grinding in KH2.
Sure, I don't know.
But
yeah,
something to do because Final Fantasy and rainbows. Whatever.
Man, but no. What you think Chris does? Ghost of Tsushima? Does that tickle
Ghost
your
of
fancy?
Tsushima?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
I figured
game
it
looks
would.
Fucking great. Like
Even though we saw a cinematic, I haven't seen gameplay, but
just the setting in general. I like anything that's
because you're a weeaboo.
well, no, it's not the weeaboo thing. I like high fantasy and I like historical fantasy.
Yeah.
Whether like Kingdom Come Deliverance, that one is trying to be very as close to historically accurate as it could be.
Mm-hmm.
I think that game is great. I think that this is like a high-end equivalent to it when it comes to the ancient Japanese history. Like I love it. It's like real Sekiro. Like
I have thought when I saw it, and then the character says samurai, and I was like, "This is not Sekiro 2." But
I've been following Ghost of Tsushima for about a year. I remember when I first saw it, I think at E3 2018, 2017, 2018. Yeah, that game looks fucking dope.
Sucker Punch.
Yep.
The infamous guys.
Yep. But
does anyone give a shit about Paper Beast? Because I don't.
That was weird, man.
Yeah, it looks cool, but I don't think I'll play it.
Yeah.
I still haven't found a reason for me to get into VR. I haven't found a good VR game.
Nah. I played that one at Too Many Games. It was that music game where you had to like hit at certain beats and all that. That was fun,
Beat Saber
but
clone?
Probably Beat Saber.
It wasn't Beat Saber.
It wasn't
but it
Beat
was the one
Saber.
where it was the one where you had to move your arms with like the lines and then hit when it hit a certain hurdle and all that.
Oh, Hatsune Miku, yeah.
Basically, yeah.
I hate you.
But no, out of all of this, my ones I'm excited for are going to be I'm excited for Predator and I'm excited for Babylon's Fall. But
yeah,
let's not gloss over the fact that Untitled Goose Game is coming to PlayStation 4 on the 17th.
I don't have a Switch.
Yeah.
Well, it's also on Xbox.
I don't have an Xbox.
He has a PlayStation.
Okay.
I have a PC though, so
That's true. But that comes out in 2 days. Today's the 15th. Yeah, it comes out in 2 days. Yep. But that's that's about it for State of Play.
One more thing, you mentioned your millions of gajillions of dollars you put into Shovel Knight. There's a real nice Jill Valentine statue collector's edition with Resident Evil 3, and it's $180, and I don't need that. I got enough.
I think
on my
no,
shelf.
no. Chris, do you see? I think there's some shelf space over there. I see it.
So
Shut your fucking mouth.
You can get a like a shelf and drill it into the wall, right?
Yeah, that's great. In my rented apartment.
Oh yeah,
yeah, sure.
I think I still got this. I want to show you guys. We can keep talking, but I'll get out the last Resident Evil statue I bought and why I'm hesitant to buy anything nowadays. But yeah, you guys can keep talking. I'm going to show you Chris Redfield.
Well, so how about this? You give me your Sega Dreamcast launch storefront prop.
Oh my!
And you'll have enough space for your Resident Evil.
Here's Resident Evil 5.
Oh no!
That's the statue it came with.
Ew!
That's Chris Redfield, ladies and gentlemen.
Why do you still have that?
Reasons. I remember that this also was when a Street Fighter game came out that was also the quality of this statue, but like Rio or something. Oh, the camera's not even gonna focus on his face.
It's the
No,
biceps.
that's what it looks like.
It's
That's
the
what it looks like.
biceps.
Yeah, like
The resolution is
not-
real.
like how whatever. I don't even know. For listeners, it's about like half the size of a
Not even
DVD
6 inches.
case. Not even. This came with a sweet
You can eyeball 6 inches,
bag
bro.
that I used a lot though.
You know it.
Hey, he's talking about wiener.
Chris, take us to the next news article.
The last reveal is the Xbox Series X.
The
Oh, yeah.
fridge.
Finally been revealed as of Game Award show.
Hooray.
That is a PC, and you cannot tell me otherwise.
It's
Oh, yeah.
a standing upright block thing. It's
Yep.
a monolith they're trying to go for, I guess.
I guess so. Interesting things about it. It has 4 times the CPU power as the Xbox One X. It's running an AMD Ryzen Zen 2 CPU and AMD Navi-based GPU with up to 12 teraflops. GDDR6 SD RAM. It's running a NVMe solid state. Max output resolution 8K, max refresh rate 120 hertz.
That's a fucking PC, dude.
It's a fucking PC. That's what I'm saying.
It stands
I mean, that's what-
upright.
That's what consoles
Um,
have been.
Yeah, basically.
PCs.
Not to this extent. Like this
My-
is like, okay, now the console can stand on the same footing as the PC.
Do you think
That's what I'm
Do you
looking
think Xbox I think Xbox is going to start trying to pull the punches with this generation. Like Xbox One was not
Well, pulling punches is
messed
not
up.
a good thing.
well,
No,
you know,
yeah.
you know what I meant. The opposite of what I just whatever I
Okay.
say the
There
opposite.
you go.
Okay?
They got their own sucker punch.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know why people listen to us.
We're fucking awful.
But yeah, I don't know. That's
Well,
Again-
judging by the name Series X, I feel like that they're trying to do like this phone equivalent. Like it's no longer just the
That already kicked in,
console
though.
itself. Well, I'm not talking about like the 0.5
half steps.
consoles, like the half steps.
Yeah.
I'm saying like this is going to be possibly upgradable. If not, Series X is going to be a long-term thing, and they're just going to come out with a new console with new updates and new features, and just, hey, your old one is just as good, but this is our new update that we're bringing.
Can we talk about who's naming these things?
Yeah, you want to
Phil
judge
Spencer.
something.
Phil
What the
Spencer is the
fuck?
one that's naming.
Come
them.
on,
He can't
man.
be. Like
Numbers
he
are
sounds like
good.
you see him in interviews. Like
Mhm.
he's a good talker and presenter and everything. He can't be. It can't be him. He just
No,
doesn't
this
seem that
is his
stupid.
Achilles heel. This is his Achilles heel. He is great at interviews and presentation and PR, but he just comes up with the dumbest fucking names. Series X. That's what it is.
People aren't
Grandma
gonna...
is not gonna know how to ask
There
for
it
this
is.
at GameStop.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want the
Yeah.
XX. I want the XSX.
I liked Xbox Scarlet. I like
think I want
that.
SeX. Does Microsoft
Yeah.
have SeX?
Scarlet and Anaconda, those were cool names. No, Series
Yeah.
X. Sure, whatever.
You know what
And
the
they're
play?
probably
You know
gonna
what?
do a Series S, so it's gonna be XSS, and it's gonna be Xbox. Like right now, the abbreviation for this is Xbox SeX.
The triple X.
We had the Xbox SAD. I'd like to get the Xbox
The
SAD and then also the
X-Bone.
Xbox. Yeah, what's going on? What the fuck? Like the cool, like there was Dreamcast. There was even GameCube was better than X.
You know what Sony did? Sony went PlayStation
One,
4 to PlayStation 5.
2,
Yeah, they gotta figure it out. They're fine.
3. yeah.
Except they're making their system look like a V.
Maybe
That's just
we'll
a
see.
dev kit.
We don't know.
I
yet.
want the
Yeah, we
dev
don't
kit.
know.
I want that. No other kits. Dev kits for everybody.
All right, Oprah.
Oh,
I
man.
mean,
Show me
I'm gonna get
games.
Hellblade. Senua's Saga, Hellblade.
Show
I'm
me
all
more than
about it.
one game.
It'll come.
Halo Series X.
Yeah.
Halo Sex.
When that
Shut up,
reveal
Scotty.
trailer was going off, I'm just like, I've seen these games before. Why are you showing this to me? And
Yeah.
it just
Right.
it didn't fucking click. And then when the elongated cube started showing up and all the games were being combined, I'm like, What the fuck am I looking at?
No, that Hellblade 2 trailer, like we said earlier, that fucking music was. I was like, I don't know what this is because I didn't play the first one, but this is pretty dope.
I gotta find the soundtrack to that trailer, man, because that
trailer is
dope.
intense, and it's a 2-minute trailer.
Jeff Goldblum in here.
Yep.
What's Jeff Goldblum doing with Jurassic World? Why is that a trailer?
He's talking about mobile games.
Okay, great.
No, he's not.
Shut
up, Chris.
The mobile games.
The mobiles.
Well, I mean, hey, whatever. Microsoft has their can never remember the word
Thing.
Not their atmosphere. Their
brand.
No. Something with a C. They've got their stuff all together. They've got all their devs. They've got
Collective.
all their no
company.
No.
I could go back through the Discord and find it.
Yeah, you probably could, and then I'll forget it again.
Coding.
They're gonna start this one off strong though, because they've got Game Pass. They're finally uniting PC and console in terms of what you can buy on things. Not entirely 100%, but they're getting there.
Game Pass is real good.
They're gonna,
more power to them. Let's see some shit get shaked up. Shaked up.
Yeah.
Shake and bake it, baby. Let's do it. I'm tired.
Video games.
All right.